Namaste, welcome everyone to Satsang today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome especially to those of you who are first time coming to Monte Sahaja. Can I have a sense of who you are? Keep it up for a minute there. Very good, thank you, thank you. Very good. Okay, and I had a sense yesterday, because for a few days now, you may have heard, we had one very beautiful meeting of the Sanghas around the world. We met maybe a week and a half ago or so that people left, but somehow a huge kind of tiredness came. And but somehow, yesterday I had a feeling just to go out for a few moments, get some fresh air. So I went out with Krishna Bhai, we went out, and as is God's timing, it was right about lunchtime. And everybody was out. And I thought, oh. But as it turned out, it was wonderful for me also, because it gave me a chance to meet so many people who I'm even now looking as I scan around how many I had a chance to say hello to yesterday. And then it gave this feeling, maybe I will call Satsang today, and we could sit together, and here we are. I very much look forward to our time today. As you know, I'm saying as you know, but I took it for granted, maybe I'm too quick to say that those of you who felt drawn to come here, I'm assuming that you have a strong feeling for what we call spiritual freedom, which I put at the highest place in the human experience, in the human kingdom. Human beings who are in search of freedom from the psychological hypnosis of personal conditioning and all types of delusions, and to return to a place of real peace and tranquility, of love, a universal understanding, and a deep and lasting connection, if not merging with the Supreme. So, a lot of words. I don't know if that is on your checklist, but for this reason, we are here, and in this way I welcome you, wherever you've come from, with this assumption that whether your mind thinks it or not, that at a deeper level there's a call towards a more true life within your own self. We are not specifically in any religion, so we don't have any strong doctrines of this kind, but we respect, and you will find that whatever religion you are from, if you have one, that it is here in accordance with what you deeply believe. At the heart of any religion, the same one truth is here. And I'm even speaking now to even atheists even. I'm going to bypass your attitudes about life and all of this, and say, even to such a one, if there was such a one to say, I don't believe in God, I don't believe in anything such as these things, I would say, why are you here? You must have come for some reason. And even if it was for a bad reason, if your heart is open, it will turn out to be a wonderful thing. So having said that, welcome to Satsang. And I would invite, as you may have heard, if you've been watching Satsangs, that I don't so much put too much emphasis on domestic situations and too much about person so much. But of course, everyone, if I say don't speak about your person, then everybody will be very quiet because we don't know what else to talk about. So of course there must be some freedom, and I only take it from the place that I know and believe that you came here for spiritual upliftment and for self-discovery at the deepest level. So who? Okay, you come, not because you're nearest, but you somehow you come there. Thank you. One moment. Is it a little hot in here, or have I got a fever? You put it there for me. Yeah, up here it can go. Yeah.
Good morning, Guru.
Good morning. Morning.
First, I have to say I'm supremely grateful to be here with you. And I just want to be very honest and report what has been happening after India. There's been a constant peace with me and stillness, and the life back home is just unfolding beautifully. And yet in this I see, I don't want to seem ungrateful for it because I love the peace, it's awesome. But I can also sense some sort of comfort in it. Like when you say...
Comfort?
Yeah, like when you say, like, press the pause button and...
I see. Okay. Oh. Yes. Yes, because we speak, no? That... no, carry on.
Yeah. So, in this piece, I've also seen, like, the month before coming here, like, a lot of my vasanas coming up, or my vices. And this time it's even worse because there's peace in doing those things. And that doesn't feel like a really, really mad, like... But that's the part where I see, like, my person's, like, really involved in those things. And I guess I just say all of this because I'm done playing around, and something has been, pulling for freedom for so long. And there's a part in one of Rumi's poems that says, "Set me on fire if my heart settles on anything but truth."
Yes.
And I just want to take advantage of this beautiful gift that I have of knowing you, of desiring this in my heart, and I want to take advantage,
Very good. Very good. Does everybody understand this, no? And can relate to it also? Oh, okay. Because this is a story and a report that has been told thousands of times for every seeker of truth. That you come to some point where you come to recognition, I'm not the person I've been thinking I am. I'm not the one I've been thinking I am. It's much, yes, I am, but more than that you're discovering. No? And so with that is coming a deep sense of peace, a clarity, and naturally you are attracted to that. Naturally you want that. I don't feel I've ever heard any human being say, "I don't want peace. Happiness, I don't want happiness." No, it is a natural and inherent that happiness will be welcomed by you, will be loved by you, that you were naturally attracted if you felt it also, if you experience deep peace have come, an opening of your heart, love is flowing, then of course you feel that you're in your right environment. The inner climate is beautiful, you feel at peace. And you say, actually, I went home, and also my family life, the environment with the people that I know, that also is beautiful because it's flowing from you, more harmony. So of course they are also feeling that as well. Not every time. You may go back to some place and people see you feeling, you know, and they go, "Oh, what's up with you? Who do you think you are?" You see, some people have different response, but let's keep it to you for now. You went home, you had favorable, connection with family and so on. It feels beautiful, of course, yes. And something feels like, I would just like to press pause, not a fixed pause, but kind of like, it's nice like this. Let life flow within this space. I'm very happy. No. But you heard me say like this before, so if something is a bit mindful of it. Is this just becoming complacent? Am I shaking hands too early? Let's see what happens. But by itself, you say, some vasanas, the word vasana means some old tendencies, some dormant tendencies, perhaps and largely unrecognized by many people, because it seems to be that some tendencies can be there and you're not aware of them until certain situations trigger them to come to the surface. They start to come to the surface, and we say why they come. I've been to India, it's been wonderful. I've discovered more love inside myself, a deeper peace. I'm more easy with my environment and people. Why should this be coming here now? You're not welcome. Why are you coming? And it could be for so many different reasons also. One could be that you become spiritually complacent. You see, feel, I've been there, got it, or something. For some people it's like that. They feel, yeah, I've done it now, I have understood, I'm free, and so on. And then comes, little gremlins are coming up, and you think, no, go, don't, I want to, Or it's like, you realize, whoa, what is this, and some old patterns seem to be re-emerging in you, in your behavior and so on. Why they come? Well, it could be because now you have the power to transcend them. It could be that. And I would include that must be part of your unfolding, that all things that were not in harmony, they didn't just vanish in India. They just kind of tightened up inside and thought, well, let's see if we can sink this ship, Okay? And so they start to come. But I say that these things, they cannot destabilize you. They cannot intimidate what you truly are. They can only intimidate your personal identity, the idea you have of who you are. We call it your person or ego. We call this thing. And ego also doesn't, maybe got a good kicking in India, got drop kicked by God, but he bounced back, So of course, it's not a bad thing, and I want to tell you that actually we are here to transcend these things also. Because how can you be stably, deeply happy if now and again some of these forces are coming up, you're being pushed back into the red light district of your own mind and ego. So something has to, I don't want this. This urge now, something, a higher power, a higher presence in you, you are recognizing, you think, no, I don't want those old patterns, no? I don't want this. I wish to overcome them. But they had to show up for you to have this conviction in you. I don't want to go in those directions. This is not the truth I've discovered. That was the lie I believed or was trapped into. So of course it's going to come like that. And now you say, I want to be free of all of that. What you are is totally free from all of that.
sometimes it just feels like I need some sort of like divine strength or something, because when these things come up, it's just like automatic, you know, like.
So now is my time to ask you, how have you understood my teachings? Get to the quintessence of them. Tell everybody can hear also. What have you learned about times like this?
Yes.
Take a breath. I have put a sword in your hand, a divine sword in your hand, a great power in you, appointed. So I want you to tell me what it is and how you can use it.
I feel like what's become more clear is really seeing that I am not this person that I have been identified with for so long, and really I'm not. And
How can you be sure?
because it all passes. Like the happiness, the anger, the anxiety, I'm still always there watching it, you know?
So you see, notice that she's not just saying the struggle, the unhappiness, the strangeness passes. No, the happiness also. The sadness and the joy also of the life, it comes and goes also. Like clouds passing, they all come. But about your person though?
She's still there, but
This one is not a cloud. Everything else is passing. But the person, this one not passing, why?
like she's still there, but there's, again, like more recognition that I'm really not that.
Yes. What is that? But what is that?
This girl that's seemingly like in this body, spiritual, loves, and yet there's so much freedom from her, like, you know, so much. Like there's not so much involvement in my thoughts, in my mind, like there really isn't.
But you see, we can talk about the logic of that, I cannot be this, even for someone who is not in spirituality, whatever. They have to also admit, I have had many, many versions of myself. Even my personality keeps changing, updating, upgrading, changing, no? You've tried to be this and you've been like that. One time, we look like this and we say, yeah, that's it, this is who I am. And then after you think, oh, I'm glad you're putting away your old pictures, no, it's not that. So the personality self-portrait is always changing also. But still throughout, you always feel the sense, but I'm here. But with this mask on, and then with this mask on, and then this costume on, and the costumes are not you. What are these costumes? You can say personality, you can say ideas about life and about yourself and so on, that we try so much to convince everybody that that's what we are. And inside I know I'm not that. Okay? So all this is you are seeing through them, no? You see that that's not it. But something remains persistent, that keeps coming. If you know you're not them, why they keep coming back? Anyway, they keep appearing, okay? And they're appearing in front of who? If they come back to who and to where they come back?
Seems like to this awareness.
Yeah. Seems like. This is where you have to become clear. This is why I say, stay with the teaching that I point you, and let me see if you're really grounded in it, if you've really understood. Because it's not just some hairy-fairy thing. It is a sword of seeing that you see. I'm going to remind you that whatever appears, whether it is a thought or a feeling, emotion, An image or an object can only appear and disappear. They come and go. Even if you have a favorite idea or a favorite thing, you cannot retain and maintain unbroken connection with it. By some force of nature, they go. And another thing takes the stage for your seeing. And it's like that. And I say, if you just observe them, they're coming, this thing comes, and when it's here, they're putting on their finest performance. Because you really engage with them. Some come and you're not engaged with them. So they don't even register that they even came. They failed their audition. They didn't capture your attention. So later on, you won't even mention them. They didn't even show up. But some came. Wow, they make strong impression. And with those things, something automatically can press save. And it stays there somehow. But even if it's pressed save, it's just in the bank, it's not in front of you. Everything is coming and going. Everything is coming and going. If things are noticed to be coming and going, there must be one to whom they appear, isn't it? You're the witness of the comings and goings of them. No? The one who witnesses the comings and goings is this one coming and going. Relative to the things that appear and disappear, that come and go, that arise and fall, all these things. It's a natural thing. We're not being, so far out. This is every day. Every person experiences this. Even mosquito experience this. Things come, they go. Things come and go. Okay? So even your favorite thoughts, your habits, they come and also go in front of you. So if you're only observing, after a while, the traffic is just continuing, coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. So at some point, you will log into them. You say, that one, and you take a ride with that. And your attention will go off with it. So when I say to observe something, it is not only like that. At first, you begin to see what is coming, and I say, be detached. Look, but don't log in. Would you understand if I said like that, everybody? Yeah. So it means that you're aware, but there are some things it feels that there's a temptation to log into them, isn't it? Because they have a particular energetic relationship with you, and you want to give a bit more energy to them. Okay? But I'm saying, but you're just to notice that. Don't actually connect up with anything. Okay? What is the purpose of asking you to do that? To simply observe. What is the fruit of it? It's not just keep looking at things coming and going. At a certain point, you are to pay attention to the place where you're looking from. The place where you're looking from, is that an object? The place where you're looking from, not the thing you're looking at. Because if you're looking for things, you'll keep on seeing things. Thoughts and feelings and peoples and memories and appointments and emails and all kinds of stuff will come. But at a certain point you become aware of just looking. The looking energy. When you are aware of that, then the focus of objects become just like a soup of sensations. You're not pulled in. You become aware of the one looking. The place from where the looking is, just the looking itself. Can you look at the looking? Even. The looking, something is aware now. If somebody says, darling, it's time to come and have some tea. You say, no, it's okay, not right now. What you doing? I'm just sitting quietly because you don't want to explain. It's too much. You're just observing the flow of the mind, but you say that can go on all day. And people have reported when they try to do just that, they say, after a while I get a headache, I can't keep it up. And I say, but that's not what you're being asked to do. To keep looking with detachment, don't get pulled into whatever you're looking at. Don't create, just let it just flow by like clouds passing. But now, that which is looking, you see, just be present with be the witness, the present. What is the witness? What is looking at all of this? What's it like at the place where the looking begins, the observing? Even is it possible that you can observe the functioning of observing? Is that going too far now? People arriving first time? If I say that just be aware, just be the witness. Just be the witness. The witness means you're not involved in the traffic of sensations you're observing. What is the environment of the witness like? And then you pay attention to that. Is there a lot of movement going on there? Is there any movement going on at the place of the seeing? Is it not a stillness there? Is the seer purchasing impressions? Just aware of just observing. And then now, you don't feel pulled into the traffic of impressions, objects coming before you. Now your attention has to go to the seeing place. Now I want to ask you something, then I go one step further. The one who is seeing, that which is seeing all of these things, can this one itself be seen? This you must sit with. If you get this kind of instruction, you don't need 2 or 3 other instructions. You can stay just with this, because this is so potent with self-discovery that picking up any other thing would be a kind of distraction, unnecessary. This is already enough food for you. That which is seeing, is this an object of perception also? What does it feel? Don't overthink, just look. So this is one of my pointings, you see. So when you speak about those things that keep coming back up, and you can see, all right, something knows, yeah, they're all past. It's all past things. It's all past. There's watching. And these past impressions are coming, and the only way that they can get you somehow in a state of distractedness is if they manage to pull you into personhood. Can you relate to what I'm speaking? Yeah, so that the traffic is coming, things are coming, but the only way they can get you, so to speak, to be pulled into the noise of personhood and all of this, is if it managed to catch you in the idea you have of yourself, an old idea. Otherwise, if you stay detached and you realize just what I've said earlier, that, you know, does the witness itself have a past? Does it have a history? Is it possible, you see? If you find that out, if you discover that, then all the things which are coming and going before you will lose their impact. They will lose their magnetism for your attention. What will happen is that your energy that goes out to contact objects will remain inside your heart, and it will explode into peace. And a great happiness will be with you. Why you must learn to do that, to exercise this power in you? Because for a while, the mind will keep coming. It's like this fan, we talk about it. Its blade is turning, but if I say, hey, you turn the switch, and somebody turn the switch, the blades will still keep turning, but the power is cut. And so gradually, it will come to stop. You don't have to wait. The power is cut. You must cut the power to this wasteful activity. But before you do that, you may find, though, that there's still a lot of charge, a lot of energy that wants to contact the past. You see? Maybe there is still a lot of energy that wants, as quick as a thought comes, you've gone with it. It doesn't even have to go like this. As soon as it comes, you connect like that. Then what to do if it is like that? Well, first of all, if something catches your attention so quickly and so potently, so that you forget yourself, because that kind of phenomenon, when something takes your attention that quickly, that we call distraction. That's where the words begin. You are distracted from yourself. If you are easily distracted, it's very unlikely that you would be attracted to self-recognition, to self-discovery, unless it becomes so unbearable to be in exile from yourself. It becomes so unbearable to not be in your peace that it becomes urgent, and from urgent it becomes emergency, and then you are desperate. When you are desperate, then you may discover. As I said sometime, when you are curious, you learn. But when you are desperate, you discover. And so sometime you may find that things come and easily your attention. There are many people who experience this. You know, they cannot keep their attention on a single thing so much. Our modern day culture is not helping us. There's so many things, so many toys to play with, nobody can focus. You say focus, watch my fingers, they start to, they come. You have to put it away. You see? If you put it there, maybe they might look at it. But if you say focus, they can't. If you move it there, I say, thank you. So focus, we have lost somehow. And this is just focusing on an object. What about self-focus? What about to rest inside your own heart? You see? So what you're speaking about, you have discovered the rest that is inside your own heart. And now some things are coming to try and catch your attention. Hey, come play. Let's go over here. Come. And you're feeling, whoa. Something feels to go there. And then you must bring this also into your looking, into your inquiry. Now this force is very strong, but something must be weaknessing in the strength of it, you see. Is the force to go here stronger than the thing that weaknesses it? I'm asking, look and see. Is the force, strong force, to go there? Is it stronger than the capacity to be aware of the force? They say, yes, I'm aware of it, but I gotta go with it. I'm aware of it, but I gotta go with it. Okay, so when you have the sense of going with it, does that mean that you lost your awareness? No. So some things have to, the force is so strong, they're going to happen anyway. But they're happening inside the seeing. And the seeing, this is important now, is the seeing damaged? It's only damaged if you feel, that should not happen. That should never happen. That movement is so strong. That means I am not me. This thing come and and my attention is gone there, and that means I'm not free. And to an extent, there is some truth in that. But it's only true because you have a strong belief that you are your person, and that you are your attention, I want to tell you that attention is one of your most intimate powers. Because wherever your attention go, you say that is your experience. But may I ask you also, is there not something that witnesses to say, my attention is very jumpy today? You see? So who is that? Who is able to recognize my attention is a bit restless at the moment. It can't stay quiet. Who is that? Is this one distracted? You know? So when we speak like this, you must see if these words are connecting inside your heart. That even if your attention, some of you are sitting here, and because we are speaking from this place about truth, and I'm bringing the focus, what is my talk about? About you. Yeah. About you and who you think you are. And now you're going to find out and discover to be what you truly are. And I will tell you something, there are some forces working inside each one who is trying to prevent this from happening. Surprise? No, thank you. Okay, we all know that there's some force that suddenly start to become very distracted. It's already doesn't want to pay attention. Whoa. You know? So you at least are discovering a force within yourself that is not in support of your life in terms of joy and peace and love and openness. If you leave this force unchecked, it will continue to what I would call to keep hemorrhaging energy from you, so that you're only concerned about what you're going to eat today and who you're going to meet, and your life just gets shut down to a very small thing. You become a recluse inside your own being and your own life. This force, who put it there? Well, I'm going to tell you something that may surprise you also. God put it there. And God put also within you a power to overcome that force also. And who is playing this game? God is playing this game also. One man told me, Mooji, I'm fed up. God keeps playing around with me. And I said to him, no, God is not playing with you. God is playing as you. Whoa, sorry, I couldn't cope with it. So some people have not come to that understanding when you say there is only God. Not even God and the devil, there's only God. The devil come after is the cause of all this play. And the play of awakening and returning to your original place in and as the heart of God. This life is a life of transcendence, waking up from a dream of separation and the arrogance of personhood, and to wake up into the unity of being. I'm saying many things, but they're not so different. These powers are in us, but you must transcend them, their influence. And you know what? You have all the power in you. It's only a question of time. The more we are indulged in the life in a certain way, this is okay too. for me now, I used to quarrel with that. But now I see everything is evolving, everything is growing. Some things appear like they're not growing, okay? But then suddenly, they're growing as well. So everything is growing. Something grows very slowly, something grows very quick. Some things just explode into life, and that's it, they're here. And they're fully matured and everything. So we cannot totally gauge. I would like again to look with you with this simple inquiring, you see? Because the invitation is beautiful. The invitation almost effortlessly reveal your nature, inside. But then what happened is, I've been discovering, is that we come to an experience of what really is. And there's immense peace and joy and love and thank you. But still, the reflex to go back to personhood is still playing. So I have to look again to show you the place from where you're looking at all of these things. And for you to discover the stability there. Now, great sage Sri Ramana Maharshi said something. He said a statement that is very, very powerful for me. I want to share with you. He said, the I removes the I, yet remains the I. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave it like that. The I, not this I, no, I remove the I, no. The I, the sense I, because everybody have the feeling of I in them. Nobody gave to you this I. Your parents did not say, I will call you I. But everybody referred to themselves I did this, I want, I this. The original arising of the sense I or I am, that was the godly principle in you. It is not personal. It is consciousness. Consciousness is announcing itself in the body in the form I am, mean I exist. That was your first knowledge. I exist. I what exist? I, meaning what exist. Am means to be. I am. I who am. So I say consciousness. This natural power arise, consciousness, I am. But in order to announce itself, it needs a body. And the body it needs because the body is needed for experiencing. But as soon as the body came, the power came to identify with the body, and the feeling, I am this, came. True conditioning. Your parents help, society, all of us help to sustain this idea, I am this body. No trouble, it's fine. This I am this body helps you to look after your body a little bit. But this I am is far greater than a body. I am this body. As soon as the feeling I am this body was deeply accepted, then other conditioning could come. Then I'm a woman, I'm a man, I like this, I like that, and so on. That was the birth of the person. The birth of the person happens after the arising of the I am. Can you understand this? Can you feel it inside? So the I am itself is quite pure. But in life, it gets identified with the body and bodily nature, and it believes itself to be the person. Yeah. So Ramana was speaking, he says, the I, meaning the I am, the natural sense I am, removes the I, which is the I person, the I me person. You follow? and again remain in its original I am. This is life in a nutshell. Can I say like this? Yes. If you like, because I like simple things, if you tell me too many things, I forget. No? So if these quintessential little gems of understanding should help you a lot. The I, which is your natural vibration, the untaught way of knowing yourself, meaning that it's natural. The feeling I am is there. The I removes the I me, the I person. You see? Means that how is going to remove the I me? Where did the I me come from? From this is the password to enter into this game of existence. The I am must press the password, I am person. Enter, boom. What's up? Okay? So, this feeling, this I am, is always here. It is always here. And then it extends into this I person, you see. Then I would call it, that is the fall from grace. But it was all God's design somehow. That this perfect one, you may call it also the child of God or the Absolute. It came into the world. I am, then became I me, I person. Then as I person, all the powers of I am is there, but it's not discovered. It will live as a person. Yeah. It will desire as a person. It will feel lost as a person. It will grieve and aspire as a person. And it may also expire as a person. And yet all the time, it is I am consciousness. So when consciousness awakens from the dream of personhood and realizes that it is the pure self, that is called liberation. That is called awakening. That is called God-realisation. You follow? Yes. Is this what you are here for? Yes. Very good. So what happens already, you see, you're called and already the fragrance of the Supreme is in you and you're discovering your joy. Of course you want to be more and more like this. As soon as you were kissed by grace, you discovered the disgrace. And then you just want to, no, I want to be free of him. But it is there also saying, well, I ain't going anywhere. It's you and me. Okay? And he said, well, how do I have any power to remove this imposter now? You see? And I've showed you how. First, your power, whatever you see or feel or imagine, whatever appears, all of these things, they are clouds passing. They have no permanence in them. You are not to reject them cynically, because everything that God made is innocent and pure. It is your relationship with it and what you take it to be that will create some strangeness. If you want what is by nature changeful to be unchanging, that is a strangeness, you see. What you are searching for, when you want something that's beautiful, a beautiful experience, you want to keep. You know why? Because you are searching for the truth. When you discover the truth, you don't have to keep it. It is keeping you. You don't have to keep, because it is a natural for you. But because you don't know that yet, everything that brings joy in your heart, that brings love, you want to keep it. But the first joy you're meeting is the joy that comes to the person. You see? And the person's world is a very unstable world. Everything come and go. But we are made to experience the personal world also. And only as you are discovering your inner voice, your inner truth, your inner being, then you gain the confidence the faith and confidence are same. The confidence to let go of the old attachments. You see? Or even, you don't have to let them go, they're gone anyway. In the light of real seeing, the false cannot stay. Then you say, but some false is staying. Yeah. It's as though the power has kept a little bit of the old tendencies in you, so that you must exercise your discernment. You follow this? You must keep on, otherwise maybe you go to sleep again. So, your relation with the inmost is not broken, you see? You have to not, don't go for the surface pleasures of things. They will also go. Just keep observing and keep looking at where the observing is. That even that which is even capable of observing the functions of perception, be there. Marinate in that understanding. And that alone is somehow your freedom. You know, if you can understand this and apply it, the amount of energy is just like this. I say them to. That's all you're doing. Of course, don't watch my fingers too much. It's just a little metaphor of what is inside when the self is resting in its own self-awareness. Somehow, the energies that goes out through the senses, they slow down a little bit. They start to incubate inside that silence for a bit. And it's firming up and confirming the truth of your being. Thereafter, you can move in the world, move. I gave example before that in my country, in Jamaica, you might know, we are fond of eating, well, at least in my family, I'm pretty sure. We are fond of eating green bananas. We have green banana, and they used to boil green banana. And in those days, as a child, we used to have a lot of, our knives for cutting were made just of iron, not what they have now, stainless steel, this type of thing, no. Iron knives. So you cut and you peel the banana, and it has a sticky substance inside the banana. That it's a, I don't know if it's a chemical reaction, but it turns the iron black and sticky. And in your hands it's all sticky, a very sticky thing, no? In the beginning you don't realize it, but after you realize it's too late, it's already all over, no? So what we do is we put coconut oil on the hand first and on the knife. And then you peel. Then after you finish peeling all your green bananas, put them in the pot. Then after that we can wash very easy, a bit of soap, everything come off. If you don't do it, you'll be spending quite a bit rubbing sand on your hand and ashes and all this to get it off. So this metaphor is like that. If you are going to move in this world, which can be quite sticky for the person, then you must put this oil. You anoint yourself with this oil of God. What is this oil? This remembrance, this seeing. And then you'll find that you can move back into the world of diverse and dynamic consciousness, and you will not be overwhelmed. You will keep growing. You will also, by your power, because your power will have changed from person to presence. It's a big change. Person has so many things, so many things. Presence is harmony. When someone meets you, actually what we meet first is presence. We take your flavor of consciousness. But what is this flavor? Sometimes it's too much of a mental flavor. Sometimes it's a flavor of kind of shyness, a flavor of suspiciousness, sometimes a flavor of openness and love. You see? People carry different vibration. Maybe not all the time, sometimes another time is something else, another time something else. But collectively there's a certain vibration about you that attracts each other. You see? If you are someone who venerate God, or love truth, or love people, those will be very attracted to others who are high in the vibration of truth. If you are low in the vibration, meaning that you are caught up only in your own ego and selfishness and poisonous nature, then most people will want to avoid you. You see? You may attract some people who also have very negative energies, but you never love each other. You see? And you may attract a person of God, because they can transform your power. They can transform. So you came back now and you're here, so I hear what you say, and you will see that I'm happy when someone comes like you. You have recognized that which is not serving you, and you wish to transcend it, no? So this you will do. This will happen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
I love you, and I'm just so grateful.
Love you. Very good. Thank you. At these early stages, we have a new, fresh flow of beings coming in this week. Many of you came yesterday. So I find myself now, someone may come and I have to somehow unify the field of everybody a bit by reminding just some basic things. That if we understand the basic things, and then you'll find that everything grows really well. Everything will grow really well. You see? It is like when we are planting many trees, we can dig a hole and put good soil in that hole for that tree. You have to dig another hole, and we dig a hole and we put good soil in that one for that tree. But if you have a big field, you must till the whole field and put good soil everywhere, so that whatever grows there, everything is benefiting from the same thing. So the strong trees will grow stronger very quickly. The weak ones will grow at their own, everything can grow at their own pace. Can I see you for a moment? Yeah? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You said the word emergency, and I thought to come up. There has been a while. I came to a discovery, a very important discovery. The one that is watching the thoughts coming and going. He also goes sometimes. So, to the question if the perceiver can be perceived, I realized that the perceiver can't be perceived.
Can or cannot?
Can.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
But by not another, not by somebody. It's just it's witnessing. And I had this thing several times. A couple of years ago, I heard the stories you said about the monkey catcher
Yes.
with the coconut and the banana.
You like it?
Yeah, my favorite, because it helped me very much.
Yes.
So I have had the experience of these. The story says, I cannot say the story, but the monkey has the hand in the coconut catching the banana. And the only thing has to do to get free is to let the banana get free. So I had the experience of letting go of the banana. But there's a reflex, and it comes back.
Yeah, to hold the banana.
Yeah.
Can I just catch up and what you say? Because I would like that everybody understands. She's saying something very important, and I'd like just to recap with her. No? Because she say, first of all, that when the earlier example I gave, can the witness be witnessed? And she says, yes, I found the perceiver can be perceived, same thing. The witness can be witnessed, you know. So, I just go over that quickly. We say that something is witnessing the behavior of the person and the sense of personhood and ego and all of this notice, you see. Then I ask, can the one who is seeing this, you see, the one who is seeing all these things, is he also caught in the bubble of those things, or is he independent of those things? And we all felt, yes, no, he's separate from that, seeing that. But she said, actually, that this witness can also be seen. How it can be seen, and I want to explain this first. It can also be witnessed if this witness, who is watching everything, is also interested emotionally with what is happening. You understand? So he's not a pure witness, actually. He's involved in the scene also. You understand? He's not pure witness. It is like if I gave a story before that, something happened on the street and one car hit another car, and then the driver came out and started to fight and this type of thing and whatever. And then it goes to court. And it goes to court, and the one witness come up. First witness come, and he says, yes, I was standing on the pavement, and I saw this red car come out from the corner, and this white car hit in the side of it. The judge says, yes, very good, very good. And then what happened? Then the red car driver came out. He was a woman, and then she came out, and the white car driver came out, and the woman, she kicked the man. I said, oh, really? Then what happened? Then the man came, and then he grabbed her, and he was writing like this. And then what happened? Then I just thought, no, this is not right. And then what happened? So I got in there, and I started to try and separate them as well, too. And then she hit me. Okay? So the judge says, whoa, hold on a second. You are part of the crime scene. You're not a good witness. You were involved in what is witnessing. You're not, this person's part of, take his name, Second witness, yes, where were you? I was on the opposite side of the road. I saw the whole thing, Your Honor. What did you see? I saw that what she said, and now what he just said now, and that he did get involved. And what happened after that? Well, I saw that they were there fighting, and the lady was on the floor, and then another person came across the road and was trying to talk to them, and the man, I saw that this person coming across the road was my cousin. Yes, and then what happened? Well, I was shouting, cousin, don't go there. But then what happened? The lady turned around and hit him on the head with the umbrella. Yes, and then what happened? I couldn't stand for that. I got inside there as well, and I was struggling with her, with the umbrella. And then what happened? And then somehow her husband came, and then... So, are these weaknesses true weaknesses? They said, no, they are involved. So because they are involved, they become part of the crime scene. Who is the real weakness? So that's what she's saying. She say that the observer could also be observed. Why? Because we can see him getting involved. If he doesn't get involved, he's formless. You with me? If the observer didn't get involved in the crime scene, all this thing, that's very nice, then he's not pure weakness anymore. He's also part of the scene, isn't it? If he just weakness, he would remain formless. But the minute he started to get involved, he took on form. And he became visible. And he became observable. And that's what she's saying. This weakness can be seen. So if it can be seen, it gives rise to a deeper weakness that is not contaminated by involvement. Can you see this? So you came to that weakness. Did you come to that weakness? Because if the first weakness, you say, yes, I could recognize the observer, I could recognize the perceiver, I could recognize the seer. You see? Why you can recognize him? How can you recognize? He must have some characteristics or some character. They say, yeah, I can see. Because he's not any more pure. So a purer weakness, observe him, isn't it? Am I on my own again? Okay. So that much. Then she moved and she says, I like the story because I saw a story that you told helped me. And the story I told was that in a certain place, in an African village, there used to be monkeys coming in, and the monkeys would be coming in and really making a lot of trouble in the village. They come steal all the bananas, but not just stealing the bananas, they're smashing the roofs, and they're sort of like chasing the chickens and doing all kinds of stuff. And then when you have one of these monkey riots, and then, so it's going on long enough, they call in one expert monkey catcher. The monkey catcher comes very easy. At first people go, are you the monkey catcher? Because he just comes with a bag, and a little tiny bag, and he says, how are you going to catch monkeys? I said, don't worry. Tell me what happened. Where? Okay, fine. So what he does is he goes and he just sits down, takes his bag, and what he did was he takes a coconut, hard coconut, with just a hole big enough for a monkey to put their hand inside. Then he ties a rope onto this coconut, long enough, and he ties it to a tree. He knows where the monkey is going roundabout, no? So then what happened, he takes a very, very ripe banana, he breaks it up, and he puts it inside the hole of the coconut, and he puts it in a place there. He removes all the other things that the monkey will go for, and he sits there. He lights up his little pipe, and he sits and have a smoke. And hours pass, Then little bit by little bit, monkeys coming in, boom, come around, boom, 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 look. And he's looking around and he smells something. He smells ripe banana. He's looking where, looking for it. And the smell takes him now. Coconut. He's a coconut, banana? Never mind, the smell is too strong for him. And he looks in, he smell banana, but he can't get it. So then he puts his hand in there, in the coconut. But when he holds the banana, with the fist he can't get the hand out, because the fist is already too big for the hole. Now the monkey catcher knows that. He knows monkey mind also. So he puts his pipe down and he starts to walk. With this bag towards the monkey. The monkey sees monkey catcher and figures, this is not good. It's not good. So he starts trying to get the hand out, no? Trying to get the hand out, but of course he can't get the hand out. He doesn't realize that if he lets go of the banana, he could get the hand out and he's gone. But he wants a banana. The reflex wants the banana. Now he feels, he hasn't figured it out, that that's what needs to happen. He actually feels that the coconut has tightened. And the coconut is holding his hand. He's getting hungry. But the coconut, innocent coconut, not doing it. It's just a hole. And so the coconut catcher come and he grab the monkey and he squeeze his hand there till he opens it and he pulls him out and he ties him up. He ties up monkey, put him on the bag, takes his money, and he goes smoking his pipe. So she liked this story because she said, I can relate to this story. You see? So you was what, the banana or the monkey? Which one?
The monkey.
Yeah, the monkey. Okay, now you tell what happened then.
What happened then?
So you say you see that you can let go of something, whatever it is. Yeah?
Yes.
And?
I know what it is that I let go. It's hard to... even when there are no thoughts, sometimes there is mind energy, and I know when there is my mind energy.
Yeah.
And sometimes with tears, the mind energy goes, and it's all hard.
Because you mentioned like some reflexes there, where the hand goes back into the coconut, or what? Is that what you're meaning?
Yes, there is an individual. It's not. I'm not complaining. My life is like a dream. I enjoy very much every moment.
Yeah.
But once I experienced peace is also relative. When there is only this peace, I realize that anything else is unbearable. Like, not unbearable, but...
it's less.
It's less, yes.
Yes.
I also realized that there is no point of trying with the mind. So
Like, for instance, to do what?
To try to discover the truth.
Yes.
So when things come up, I don't give more energy to the mind. I let energy, don't know, I drop it.
Let it flow, let it go on.
Yeah.
You drop it.
Yes,
Okay, drop.
but there is always a reflex.
Yes.
And also when I am here, it is very easy. When I am outside of here, everything I experience is very intense.
Yes.
And on a superficial level, I experience, actually it's also funny, because it's very unpredictable. Like, for example, I'm very patient. As a character, I've always been very patient. Recently, I may have zero tolerance, and I say no, and I love it. Like,
you say?
like I have, on a superficial level, I have to say no to people. I have no patience, I have no tolerance.
Yes.
But it's not...
Not bad.
It's not bad, it's very good. So, especially the last 4 months have been very intense. And it's like an ever-ending story. so maybe I need your help.
Where? To do what? I wanted to say something because when you you spoke about the peace, that when peace is here. So in your experience, peace, it comes and goes. Many people will also agree somehow peace comes and goes. When she comes, we are very happy that peace comes because so many other beautiful things come. She comes with such a beautiful, company. Other things come which is so beautiful. Peace comes, joy comes also, and openness and just fearlessness. Many things come. But I want to show you the peace that doesn't go. There's a peace that comes, there's a joy come, there's a love that come, and they come and go. Can there be a peace or a love or a joy that doesn't come and go? For the person, whatever the person experiences is traffic. It come and go. Only for the one who is aware of what they truly are, then peace is your perfume. Joy and happiness is your natural perfume. They don't go. They are so powerful that even peace is there and some agitation can come in the immensity of your peace. But peace doesn't go somewhere else because now some movement has come. Right there in the space of peace, something... Just like San Martino is a very quiet village. Then sometimes an old bike comes by, and then he goes. We don't say the place is not a peaceful place. It's a peaceful place. Okay? So in the same way, there's something in you that is just peace. The peace is not a bike that came. It is here. It is your natural environment. Also love, also joy is there. Openness. This is your climate. Like that. But you say, but it's not like that for me. They come and go. Yes. They come and go because we are still somehow shared existence. You are the consciousness sharing your nature with a sense of personhood. Then as soon as you begin to change over from person to presence, the presence is quite happy to let the person go. The person has little to contribute to the presence because the presence is much wider, more joyful, more stable. So there is the desire to be more stable. You see? So the presence is not wishing for peace. It doesn't have to search for peace. It doesn't have to look for love. It only has to recognize it is not the person. When it knows I am not the person because it can see, and then it doesn't even have to know it is just peace. And everybody wants to come and sit near this peace tree. It wants to eat the peace fruit. It wants to be like a peace. The same thing. So that's what's happening. So how we can get to this place? Then I'm saying that fundamentally, essentially, you are this place. The one who is trying to get to this place is the idea you have of yourself, meaning that your dynamic identity, the one that feels as a person, can develop and grow, and the more it grows in truth, the more it's attracted to go to presence. He wants to go to presence. The more he develops bad tendencies, then you want to go more towards, this not good states, darker states, Maya, delusion. And so that has happened where you have come to an understanding inside and you see, but wait a second, but even my nature that used to be, people say you're patient, and people say that's a very good virtue, it's a very good thing to be patient. But somehow, inside, something is changing and balancing, and now it's okay to be impatient also. Sometimes it's good. Even to be angry. Some people have never been angry. But really, if you look, they're angry inside. But nobody ever saw they're angry outside. Because for them, maybe it is, I could never show. So, but it goes, you run over their cat. And you say, oh, I'm so sorry. And you go, it's okay. Well, it's not okay, okay? But it's okay. I'll take care of it. Twitch. Okay. So, that kind of anger, you say, you don't see it, but it is there. Okay, so we have things that we suppress. Now that you are coming to your true nature, no, they start to come to the surface and you start to appear as though, I'm not a very good person. People do come and they say, oh, Guruji, I'm getting worse. I said, why? Okay. Well, one lady, she came and she said that, I'm not a good person. I said, why, what happened? She said, I went to the petrol station to get some petrol, and then I went and I paid the lady, and she gave me 5 pence short change. And she was angry, what are you doing? You steal my money. I said, but I'm not usually like that, Guruji. I'm really not like that, no? And then she came out, she filled her car, she's driving on the road, and some big lorry, big truck, moved into the lane, was squeezing her, and she's trying to kind of... She wants to intimidate a lorry. She's driving a little car. She says, Guru, I think I'm going worse. I said, don't worry, There is a changing over from manual to automatic, okay? From person to presence. And for a while it might seem some little thing that did. I remember also some change was happening to me at first, and I was not so in touch with things I was doing. Found myself one time brushing my teeth with my finger, put toothpaste on. I said, whoa, I said, whoa, you think, but I'm going crazy. But what's actually happening is that you're becoming sane, actually. But some balance. It's okay that anger has a place to be expressed. If you say, oh, I'm never angry, oh, I'm never this, I say, wow, that's a limitation, dude. That is a bit tight, It can be angry, but somehow, as you find your true nature, you find that it comes a little bit first like this, but it settles down, it's fine. You see? So we are often mislabeling our experiences. Sometimes you think something really bad is happening to you, but it's on the way to becoming a great blessing. This is why I say, don't be too quick, or don't create or form premature conclusions about anything you experience. Just remain silent and empty. Watch it, but don't connect up with it. Just watch it with some distance. So that's going to happen. So when I heard you say that, I said, oh, that's good. It's not bad, because you're not made to be like this and like that. Even a loving person, sometimes is going to feel a little bit, no, I don't love this one right now. And there's a kind of freedom in it. There's something natural about it also. So this feeling, I say, as soon as you keep in the place of just observing these, you show that you were observing also. I'm observing the sense of the person coming in and so on. But it's just also, there's a detachment, and you don't identify so quickly with what you see. Largely, human beings have not learned enough of that, to look with detachment. We occupy the space of personal identity too fully. So there appears to be no other space that you can be. And yet, when you realize the truth of who you are, your person is only a small bubble in the ocean of what you are. So this is taking place slowly in some case, and you go at the pace that is right for you. Some people, they're at the place where one word and they combust into understanding. Another one, they have to repeat over and over and over again, and it takes a while for it to just sink into and just land inside the heart. And actually, I notice what happens with you also, because I see a change in you each time you're here. I see that something becomes much more wide and much more still at the same time. That's very unusual. Something is widening, and something is still at the same time. This stillness is a great clue. Not being still, just the stillness is there. So even if you're doing this, there's still a stillness in you.
Yeah, I think the help was to come on the mic.
Yes.
Because I come I'm too shy to always, but it's very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
And one last thing I want to share actually, is that a while ago I left Sahaja and I read some words that really helped me find where I fit the person, where the ego upgrades. I read these words from Nisargadatta Maharaj. He says, when you find who you are, try to stop the tendency to define who you are. Then I realized every time there was a big, I saw something, at the same time there was a tendency from the mind to try to, and that was very helpful.
Yes, because then the mind take credit for it.
Yes.
The mind want to come in and, assess things and then take the credit for it. You see? They said, don't try to define, don't. And also to define is to confine. So just leave it open. Whatever it is, it's safe, okay? We don't have to try and, it's this and half a house, this mind, bring the mind in, you don't need to do it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. How are we?
Namaste.
Namaste.
Mooji. I want to say thank you, and I don't have any questions left. Just one. There's a great sense of freedom and love in my life, which is fantastic. I'm really happy. But I don't know who God is. And I'm desperate. My mind can't get around this. It's like I look at the stars and I look at everything around me and I look inside me and I hear you every day and you always say everything is God. And I don't know, I know God can't be an object, like the big daddy in the sky kind of God. But what is, I don't know, I can't imbibe what God is. And it's driving me crazy.
Your tiny mind cannot grasp the magnificence of what God is. And nobody's mind can grasp it. You cannot know God with the mind in that way. We can have concepts about, and we can somehow, the best would be those that no one can define God. you have said, yes, he cannot be this big figure in the sky, yes, yes. There are many people who was relating to God as a big figure in the sky and developed a relationship with that and was taken care of and nurtured and guided from that way of looking for God. God will appear in any way that your heart feels to find or to relate to God. Some people relate to God as though it's a great mother or a great father. Some people, the great being. Some people with form, some without form. He's all those and beyond that. You say, but it must be imaginary. Well, we imagine, but he's not imaginary. We imagine, but he is not imaginary. It is not imaginary. He's more real than you. Meaning, God is more real than even your highest idea of yourself. You see? When Papaji first asked Sri Ramana Maharshi, "Can you show me God?" The Master said, "I cannot show you God because God is not an object. God is the subject. God is not a thing you can see. God is behind the very seeing. So it is not something that your mind can conclude and then feel so deeply connected with that you are willing to exchange yourself or your idea of yourself for that. This is why it says you cannot know God through mind. Somehow, even to find God, is God that creates the grace in you to find God. His ways are totally inscrutable to the human mind, and yet there's no one that can exist without or apart from what I call God. God is not religion. God does not belong to one group of people and not to another. God cannot belong. You can say all things belong to God, but God cannot belong. So if we try to understand like that with the mind and say, yeah, but you must be able to give me a shape, I can say that I don't want to talk to you about God. I want to introduce you to God. If I can say to you or talk to you for years and years, thousands of years about God, tell you about God, you may still not know God. But you are here to meet God and to know what God is and can be within your own self. But you cannot conquer God. You cannot contain in your mind. So I would say it's as though the Lord is saying, you can get together all the wisest beings in the world, and they will not be able to reconstruct one single moment of my reality. But if you love me, I'm yours. How are you going to love? Like being in a place like this, you will love. You don't have to try to love God. Don't try to love God. He will introduce himself in you. You may call he. He's not a he. He's not a she. But can appear and take the form, many forms he can take. But no form he is. He is formless, but can appear in form. He is the one sitting inside the heart of every living being. The real purpose and opportunity of a life, if a life is to mean and come to its highest purpose, is to find him inside your heart as your own being. To find and know this, that is real life. That is real liberation. To not find this, that is bondage. So, if you want to find God, stop looking. Listen a little bit. Follow a little bit the one who tells you, leave this and leave that and that. And by itself you'll find, but you've always been here. You've always been here. I looked everywhere for you. I looked in microscope. I look in with what's the one? Telescope. I could not find, I could not see. You were behind my very seeing and behind my very searching. Behind my very me. You are here. Like that. He does not have to reveal himself as God, because when we say God, we do have a sense of a thing and an entity. He can appear as an entity, and he's also the one we call the Para-Brahman. He's pure consciousness, the formless absolute. The meditators call him, a Brahman or Para-Brahman. And the worshippers call him Paramatman or the Lord or Ishwar or God. Some call him energy. Whatever you believe will appear as that for now. But the one who finds, this one cannot speak, cannot say what he is. All who say what he is don't know what he is. But the one who finds him is silent. I feel that for so many years, I don't feel I have said anything at all. That is a funny kind of mystery. But that it is being reintroduced to you. And in discovering, you'll never go, oh my God. No. You will feel, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All my gratitudes were only for you. Then you will say, thank God for God. Alhamdulillah. Hallelujah. And praises to the Supreme. Thank you.
I feel that. Thank you.
That. My blessing for you is that your time here, if your heart is open to that discovery, and why not, unless you're here as a spy. But you must be here as I, then everything becomes possible for you. Everything becomes possible for you. You see, even you came with bad intention, God is not away from you to touch your heart and to bring you home to the place you only imagined you've become separated from. You dream that you lost. So satsang is for that, and you're here, I hope, for that. The energy field in you that is here now confirms why you are here. Because the presence of God, the love and the peace, the joy, the wisdom of God will not visit a wicked mind. It will not make that mistake. your openness, even if you have done the worst thing you can conceive of in life. But you say, I am here for this, help me. And you are genuine, help will come. A change will come. So I'm here to share with you the love of God. And to make it possible to guide you in such a way that you feel peace directly, and not just peace as a passing experience, but to connect up to the powerhouse, and the plug is inside yourself. And so, welcome everybody. You've come here. May your time be rich. May it be. Here we know those who are in the hearts and who are realizing the self. You can say each day is your best day. Each experience is your most important experience. Yes. Everyone that you meet, it was really good to meet this one. You will know that. Because you will have transformed, a mind that is chaotic into a peaceful place. This power is in you. You are alive. You are alive means that God is in you. To be conscious of this is to be truly alive. You are not just alive and living life. You are life and perceiving life. Thank you for today. Okay, we have some